Alright, I wrote you a song called Trigger Finger. It's all on one page. You're only using your index finger. The whole thing can be done with one finger. You got a couple things to look at on the tab. So if you look at line 3, I wrote chorus, an underlined chorus. And then if you look at the end of line 4, you have end chorus written. So those two lines make up the chorus. Also, the last bar of the chorus, hopefully you see the diamonds surrounding the 12, 12, 12. Those represent harmonics, which makes that bell-like sound. Basically, to make a harmonic, you're going to take your index finger, barely touch the string at all, directly over fret number 12. Put too much pressure, it'll start to mute out. So you're barely just touching it. Barely touch it. Barely touch it. I don't know if this is going to show up here or not. Probably not. Just so you can, hopefully, so you can see here that I'm not pushing down on the fret. Right? I'm just hovering over the string there. I'm touching the string, hovering over the fret, and literally right over that metal part. So not behind it. So when you fret something and you're holding it down, you're behind the fret. For harmonics, you need to be right on top of the fret. So the other part to look at near the bottom of the page, the last 3 lines, is the only part where you have repeat symbols. I don't know if we've gone over this kind of thing yet, but look at where, so you got the second to last line, you'll see a bracket over the last 2 bars on the second to last line, and it has 1 written at the front of the bracket. This means that when you play the part marked in between the repeat signs, you're going to play that part, because that's the first time through that repeated section. When you repeat it, look at the very last line, you'll see a partial bracket with a 2 written in there. Basically, on the repeat, when you're playing through that section a second time, you go to the partial bracket where it has a number 2 on it, and you skip the bracket that has the 1 underneath it. I understand that was probably really damn confusing. So I will try and demonstrate without being able to point at a piece of paper right now. Actually, you know what? I could do that. Why not? So, looking here. So, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, chorus was here, and you got the end chorus there. These are the harmonics. And so your repeat sign, we have this repeat sign here, and then you have the other repeat sign here. So the repeated section starts here, goes through here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. So that's what I mean. The 1 tells you that the first time through this section, you play these bars. That's why the 1 is there. The second time through, you go over here to the partial bracket that has a 2 on it. So that means the second time through, you play here, 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 skip down to here. Okay? So, and then this says just play the chorus one more time, so that's why I have the chorus marked for the beginning and end of the chorus. So basically, when you repeat this section, you replace these 2 bars with these 2 bars. I'll say that again. When you play through this repeated section, the first time through you do play these, but on the repeat, the second time through, you replace these bars with these bars. You know to go here on the second time through because the 2 tells you second time through you play those. So hopefully while I play through the whole thing, it'll make sense. So I'm going to play just the repeated section first, and hopefully you can follow along and it makes sense. So here we go with the repeated section first. Repeat. Okay, now the whole thing. Again, all you have to do is use your index finger the whole time. You could use your ring finger or your pinky the whole time. It really doesn't matter. But I wrote it out so you can avoid using your middle finger altogether. Here we go. That's it. Well, hopefully the surgery goes well. And if you have any questions, let me know. I don't remember. I'm going to look at that email. I'm going to look at the email that you sent me last and see if you're going to be able to practice or do a Skype lesson or whatever next week. If not, just let me know when we should expect to get together again. So yeah, just keep me updated on what happens, and see you soon.